Well, hi there folks, it's Matt Hayson here looking at this week's property market. Well, another week down and more forecasting coming through from our major banks. This week it was Westpac who are forecasting property values to increase by 2% at the end of this year before this inflation kicks into gear, putting pressure on the RBA to lift the cash rate, of which they expect that cycle to end in 2024 at a peak of 1.75%. Now, as interest rates do increase, they are expecting that to trigger house price declines, going down 7% next year and 5% in 2024. Now, how any bank can predict that far into the future has got me stumped. And as I've continually reported on, there is a major disconnect between this bank forecasting and what actually occurs in reality. Now, a point in case there is ANZ during the week have actually upgraded their previous forecast this week, now suggesting the property values in Sydney will go up 3% by the end of this year, going up 8% nationally, and they are citing that they're seeing better than anticipated market metrics to kickstart the year. In my view, maybe these banks should reassign their forecasting and say, we'll get the forecasting right when the real data is actually revealed. Now, looking back at last Saturday, where we saw the most properties going under the hammer in Sydney so far this year, 1,008 properties for an overall clearance rate sitting at 61.3%. Now, this is from SQM Research, and they're the most accurate when it comes to reporting on auction data. Interestingly, same weekend last year, we saw an auction clearance rate at 71% from fewer properties though, 695 properties going under the hammer on that weekend. Overall, what we're seeing in the market now is buyer confidence is improving. As we're seeing more transactions occurring, that sends a bolt of energy and understanding for the buyer pool to really read the market and make a firm decision on how they transact and understand current market sentiment. Now, I want to take our attention back to this cash rate because there's some really interesting things developing here. During the week, CBA, our nation's biggest lender, came out and suggested that they see the cash rate landing at the end of this cycle at 1.25%, citing that they don't believe the RBA will need to lift the cash rate as high as many others are predicting. Now, CBA are forecasting the first cash rate increase in June, followed by 3 more this year to land the cash rate at the end of this year at 1%. Now, this is where it gets really strange. ANZ, they're forecasting the cash rate to be landing at 2% by the end of this year. Westpac, they're forecasting the cash rate to land at 1.75% in 2024, and then NAB are forecasting the cash rate not to increase until September 2023, only up to 0.5%. So as you can see, they're all over the map there, so make of that what you will. It's going to be very intriguing to see who lands closest to the peg. Now, that leads us into this weekend, folks. We've got some amazing properties coming to market. We've got some great properties going under the hammer as well, which is great news for many of the buyers out in the market, and our entire team looks forward to seeing you out and about. Thanks for watching. Catch you all next week.